Sorry, it's kind of dark and I'll be looking away. I'm driving home from work. Anyway, this is a response to gothatfunk's Magic music video. And there's only one real life-changing song that I can think of offhand, and that is Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks. I hadn't heard the song, like actually heard the lyrics and processed what the song was about until I was about maybe 20, 21 years old. And I never really contemplated death at that point in my life. You know how most people that age just don't think about it. He's really having a lot of introspection about his life and how much he appreciates everything and how it's gonna suck to die. And it just kind of affected the way that I make my decisions. Of course, other than vlogging while I'm driving, but I'm on a straight road, no traffic, and, well, I'm not really all that distracted by it. My daughter was born a little bit before that, so that really just made me consider all of my actions after that point to think of her future, not really for my own. I've never really been afraid of death. I mean, let's face it, there's some questions that we can't answer until we die. So the only thing that really bothers me about death is what would happen to my wife and daughter if I were to die. So that song, just every time a decision comes up that may involve something dangerous or whatever, I'm just always reminded of that song, and I always think of my daughter's future. And I don't know, that's about it. So I know it's probably not as interesting as it could be, but I haven't heard many songs that were really all that great, you know, life-changing. And while I'm on the topic of music, I'd like to also respond to the Thoughtful Atheist video, The Devil's Music. Now, I understand the basic gist that you believe a long time ago people had more musical talent than they do now, which may or may not be true. I would agree that back then you had to have much more talent than you do now to become famous. A lot of the music, I like older music too, so don't get me wrong, but not every song that's released today is utter crap. There's a lot of them that I like that I don't even know why I like, and there's a lot of people that like the music that's coming out now, so it has to be good to somebody. It's just not good to you or I. But part of the problem is, back in the olden days, you had to have real talent, and the record labels were a lot pickier. They wanted everybody to represent their label well. Well, nowadays it's been all about the money, and what they figure now is we'll just keep signing all these slightly different, you know, flavors of the week or whatever. If we can make a couple bucks off of this or that song because of some slight interest in the public, then we'll do that, and then we'll move on to the next group. See, they just let the industry be flooded with people with lesser talent, and the numbers, just the people with lesser talent overwhelm the true artists. Now, I happen to respect Rob Thomas as a songwriter and performer. I think he's a musical genius. But somebody like T-Pain, I got no love for him. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I think that nowadays, there's just as many people with talent, but there are just so many more people out there in the arena being promoted that the ones with talent just kind of get lost in the wayside by all the ones who are barely good enough to get that recording contract.
Hi, everyone.
And that's my daughter, Misty.